you very much indeed. Yes, indeed, Richard. Very best wishes to you and to Bill Osborne. Tell him that he's missed here, but I know that he's watching it on television. 104 years young and very much a part of Cornish rugby history. Good greetings to you. Well, the excitement mounts as we wait. We've had the brief presentations, and for Cornwall, well, this is for them a repeat performance for 10 of the side in last year's final, with the same team winning through the semi-final when they beat last year's runners-up Yorkshire. Just to repeat the dose, as Glyn Williams leads out the Cornwall team to their positions on the field. And there's the side then, 10 of that team from last year, exactly the same side that won the semi-final this year. And key figures at halfback: Bill Peters, Richard Nance-Kibble, what a hero he was, and the extra time triumph that he created. And what about that front row? John May, Brian Andrew, Richard Keys. This their third final, and a back row that's unchanged from last year as well. Glyn Williams, Jason Atkinson and Adrian Vick. It's a useful lineup. They've been here before, they know what they've got to do. For Lancashire, though, well, not only have they only just one player left from a county final, they've only 5 left from this year's semi-final, plus 1 replacement. A key man must surely be Paul Grayson. Only 2 years of rugby, a soccer player with Accrington Stanley, and now a real key man. 4th in the list of England point scorers. He's at fly half. Steve Swarbrick of Vale of Loon, a very promising youngster to watch out for. And Mick Jackson at fullback, accomplished too. And the key figure, Mike Kenrick, the captain, in a very useful back row. Don't underestimate the Lancashire back 5. The forwards will give them a battle indeed. Referee Ed Morrison from Gloucester. Perfect conditions, a beautiful sunny afternoon. Cornwall start the proceedings through Bill Peters. The roar goes up and the atmosphere quite wonderful. So those early nerve-wracking moments, remember the inexperience of this Lancashire side. They're the ones who will have the greater nerves, with only one of them having been in a county final before. Just a slight breeze, there always seems to be some sort. That's knocked on by Tony Cook. Referee playing advantage, and a loose, nervous pass from Swarbrick, but the knock-on preceded it. And, well, you'll hear some booing. You'll hear booing, I think, every decision that goes against Cornwall. I should say the ratio is about 95 to 5 in terms of Cornish support. The colours tell everything. This is Swarbrick then, 24-year-old from the Vale of Loon club. His father, very accomplished rugby man also, hooker and captain of Vale. Cornwall get the shove on. Lancashire collapse. Cornwall get the penalty. So early problems for the Lancashire front row. An inexperienced front row with John Russell on the loose head in his first county game ever. Straight into the final. Ridehalgh, tight head, Andy Yates, the hooker. Clear problems for them then. Collapse scrummage, and here's Kevin Thomas with a chance to open the scoring within 2 minutes of the kickoff. Kevin Thomas there of Redruth. 7 Redruth players in this Cornwall lineup. He scored 46 points in this year's championship and showed his splendid kicking form in the semi-final against Yorkshire, 4 penalties and a conversion. So it's the Cornish fireman, Kevin Thomas. Can he set Cornwall on the way? Not much of a breeze to worry about. It's gone left. Bit of a hook on it. Picked up by Ian Wynne. That's a super clearance. Well, don't underestimate some of the talent in this Lancashire side. Ian Wynne, a regular player for Orrell's first 15 at centre. And his good clearance puts the ball out just short of the 10-metre line. Just look at the black and gold. Someone's been doing a good line in merchandise. Massive swarm of wasps. Cornwall throw. Disrupted by Lancashire, but it comes to Nance Kibble. Peters nervously took his eyes off it. Tony Ireland was fast in for Lancashire. And that's the sort of pressure that Lancashire will want to exert. Des Seabrook, and we've got a nasty split head. And that, I think, is Bill Peters. That's a cruel blow, opening moments. He caught accidentally a boot as he went off into the tackle. So there'll be a bit of early reorganisation here with the luckless Bill Peters caught in that tackle as he took his eye off the ball. In came Tony Ireland, a fair tackle. And he'll require some stitches at least, which is a very cruel blow for Cornwall and for Peters himself, of course. So Colin Leahy has moved up to fly half, the experienced Wales B international. And a chance for Lancashire to continue the disruption. Good work by Jackson. Meredith, good pass inside. The run by Swarbrick, just short of the line, picked up again. And the ball had gone forward, but Lancashire will have been lifted by that surge. And the replacement is already prepared to come on, Stuart Whitworth of Redruth. So a full game ahead for him. Shows just how important the understudies are in these top-level games. But he's played 10 times already for Cornwall and was on the bench last year. Stuart Whitworth then takes over from Bill Peters. So another man from the Redruth club joins the ranks of Cornwall. And another brief hold-up. This was how close Lancashire came to opening the scoring. Swarbrick shadowed into touch, but I think the earlier pass had been a shade forward, so they're forming the scrummage on the Cornwall 22. Lancashire, good scrummage shove. Early exchanges have done the North Countrymen's confidence a power of good. Can they hold in the set piece? Trouble with the first scrummage. Swarbrick waits. Grayson, not enough forward momentum. Ireland takes it. Swarbrick again, this time Kenrick, the captain. Good support, win to Wellens. And the whistle's already gone. Lancashire player was offside when the kick through came through. Flair got involved in the game from an offside position. Cornwall, Kevin Thomas. Well, chatting with Des Seabrook in the changing room just before the off, he was saying don't underestimate the meaning of this occasion to so many of these Lancashire lads, given the chance to come to the big event, perhaps the only time in their life. There he is sitting proudly with the red rose. John Russell sets it up on the halfway, lays it back well. captain of Broughton Park, Russell. Swarbrick, Ireland. And again Swarbrick, this time Kenrick. Good work. Pirouettes through the tackle. Good support from Yates. Midfield, Swarbrick, Grayson. Via Wynne. Just not slickly enough. Jackson was up in the line. The forwards are setting up some good possession. And Lancashire settling in well. And Skibble. One of the heroes of last year, who's been vying with David Elkington for that Northampton scrum half berth. Yates with the throw. Deflection though by Tony Cook. Not a good service, picked up by Whitworth. Good opening salvo from the replacement. Well, there's a sign up there saying St Austell's on tour. I gather one of the problems this weekend is that the touring teams down in the West Country have got no opposition because they've all come to watch the match at Twickenham. And St Austell have certainly come up here in strength to support the county. Ten minutes gone, no score. Morrison gets them up off the deck, tells them to keep up the scrummage. Swarbrick, channeled well by Bibby. Referee still not happy. Steadier that time. Useful kick through that. And not much else that Thomas could do but to see it run into touch. So it's Lancashire on the Cornish 22. Andy Yates of Broughton Park. Lancashire still not able to get clean line-out ball. Cornwall have it again. Thomas with the clearance. Doing the tidying up work. Referee not happy with the throw. Cornwall put into the scrum. Atkinson feeding it well for Nance Kibble, and the clearance excellent from Kevin Thomas. It's a player who had a final fitness run out with his former club Plymouth Albion. Although switching to Redruth, his former club were able to squeeze in a match for him and allow him to prove his fitness for this event. Nice gesture on their part. Halfway line. Atkinson challenging in the middle. Although Lancashire are getting a lot of the throws in, they're not making much headway in line-out possession. This is Whitworth on the switch to Leahy. Leahy powerful, strong-running Welsh centre from the Neath club. Part of Wales World Cup squad. And here come Cornwall again through Whitworth. There is the ploy. That's a clever little chip. Brain chasing. Gets the fly hack through. Jackson races back. And just safely behind his own goal line. Nice change of tactic. Neat little chip this, gave Brain a real chance. He got to it first. A bit unlucky, just had a little too much momentum on it, a bit too much strength, and Jackson was able to cover. And another injury we've got, I think, Vick, I believe. Adrian Vick. Already having lost Bill Peters. We've now got trouble with the man from Penzance Newlyn, Adrian Vick. Well, becoming almost a veteran at 26 in the last two finals that Cornwall have contested last year and in '89. And in between that, the semi-final year, 1990. But he's up and about, I think. Glyn Williams in attendance. So back to the 22. Kendrick setting it up. Jackson. Thomas covering. Tony Mead there in support if he wants him. That's cleverly placed. Will it roll for him? Oh, yes. And in the end, Meredith humped it out. Superb angle on that kick. Meredith, I think, a little hasty, thinking there were 2 or 3 men breathing down his neck when they weren't. So that puts Cornwall within striking distance, really for the first time. About 12 metres out, if that. And they have the throw-in. Front jumper, Andy Reid, Tony Cook, the middleman. Andrew with the throw. Well, straight into the arms of Kenrick. But it's a penalty. Obstruction in the line out by Lancashire. And Kenrick not best pleased about that quick tap ball taken. In goes Williams. Has he made it just short of the line? Smart thinking there. And just denied as Nance Kibble and Glyn Williams were alert. They have the scrummage put in. Cornwall. 3 metres out. Scrummage down again. And Skibble once more. This time Atkinson. He's held. Good back row defence by Lancashire. Whistle's gone. And that was all a bit late in the day. I think Richard Keast came charging in a bit. But after proceedings have been brought to a halt. Scrummage again. Former Launceston man, Nance Kibble. What's the option this time? Back row again, Atkinson. Taken on by Glyn Williams. Only a metre or 2 short of the line. Ball's there. Whistle's gone. And again, the Cornwall put in. Kind of pressure that Cornwall built up in extra time last year, you may recall. Back row again, Atkinson. And this this time playing the ball after the tackle, and a good tackle it was by Bibby. The number 8 there from the Orrell club. Powerful tackle on his opposite number, Jason Atkinson. Paul Grayson. Remarkable find to rugby union. Only 2 years ago he was still playing soccer for the Accrington Stanley club, and has graduated right through to county final in only his first real season of senior rugby. Preston Grasshoppers, his club, Wade Dooley country. And you won't get a side better supported than this one. It's Cornwall attacking again. 18 metres out from the Lancashire line, and the throw-in, tapped down by Atkinson. Lance Kibble looks for support. Williams inside. Penalty to Cornwall. Lancashire over the top. So the pressure beginning to tell. This time the back row in support inside Lance Kibble. And you can see the red jerseys coming over on the wrong side of the ball in that pile-up. And that's the penalty cause. And here's the chance for Thomas. Eighth in England this season in points scoring. 59 penalty goals altogether. 12 of those in the county championship. 22-year-old Kevin Thomas of Redruth. Missed his early chance. Will he get it this time? Need I say more? Thought they'd won the match. The response of the crowd quite overwhelming, greeting the first points of the game, and Cornwall lead 3-0 after 22 minutes. And they're happy in the Falmouth Marine Band too. It's a good clearance kick. Stuart Whitworth slotting in coolly enough. So the gauntlet thrown down to Lancashire. Andy Yates with the throw, two-man line. Andy Reid, the front jumper there for Cornwall. Wilkinson at the back for Lancashire. Nicely popped up to Ireland. Tackled by Bick. Swarbrick. Grayson. Screwing it towards the corner. Will it get enough pull on it? Oh, what about that? Well, left Tony Mead in three minds, I guess. And the curl on it, that's the importance of the screw, because when it bounced it was going to kick a bit further towards the touchline. Brilliant kick by the 20-year-old fly half from Chorley. So that's the Cornwall line. Defending side throw-in. Andy Reid, good catch. Good effort by Cornwall, and they'll get the scrummage put in. And still the ball there in the arms of Andy Reid. Started out with Bodmin, then went to Camborne and Plymouth, and now a member of the Bath club.
Quarter of an hour of this first half remaining. Bit of injury time to add on. Atkinson channeling it for Nance Kibble. Jackson calls. Parker in support. Acts as the decoy. Jackson's little kick. Bit too hard unless it's an unlucky bounce. It's an awkward one. Who has it? Jackson scores it. Well, it looked harmless enough, but it hung, and of course it was that shape of the rugby ball that can create disaster, as it did here for Cornwall, or triumph for Lancashire. Good kick it turned out to be. I thought it was too strong, but look at that impish bounce, and then brilliantly gathered in by Jackson. I didn't think he'd hung on to it, but he did. Watch again. Jackson here pumps up the ball. It's going well into the in-goal area. Oh, that was a cussed bounce. But he somehow grounded it by retrieving the ball and getting it down. It's did he actually gather it cleanly here? He's got it there. He's down with it. That's tremendous. Doesn't matter which part of the body. And that will satisfy any controversy there might have been. Well. Mick Jackson restores the lead, or gives the lead to Lancashire. 4 points to 3. And that's Jackson's third try of this championship. Grayson with the conversion. Yes. Well, a dramatic score. An unpromising kick, but what a finish to it. And the small posse of Lancashire supporters now have their moment. So it's 6-3 to Lancashire. 13 minutes of the half to go. Sweetly away by Grayson. Well, it won't worry Cornwall. They were 16-3 down last year, and they got 26 points without reply to turn round the championship final in the most extraordinary way. So they'll not panic. Good work by Reed and Cook again in the middle of this line. Adrian Vick beats the first tackle. Tough customer. England student. This is Williams, the captain. One bridge too far. Midfield, 10 metres outside the Lancashire 22. Nance Kibble, Whitworth pops it inside to Thomas. Cornwall going forward, have the put in. Nance Kibble stands off. Atkinson trying to choose the best moment. Nance Kibble now just sauntered past the first would-be tackler. Ball coming out as Brain races in, acts as the second scrum half. Whitworth on the switch to Leahy. Leahy, he can run through a brick wall. Mead out of room. Tony Mead, who scored an excellent try in the semi-final against Yorkshire from Redruth, the 22-year-old winger. That's the Lancashire goal line behind the line out. So the half-metre gap down between the two lines, which New laws will experimentally make into a full metre next season. Knocked down again by Reed. And Reed setting it up too. Bick poised. Still going forward, still getting the put in. And Cornwall not just playing it fast and loose, but setting it up well, tying the opposition in before releasing. It's gone the 90 degrees round. Atkinson, this time to Williams. 7 metres out. Nance Kibble lets it loose this time to Whitworth. Complicated move in the centre. Leahy takes it well, couldn't get the pass in, and it would have been a scoring pass, I'm sure, to Tony Mead. Back goes Weeks. Well, that very complex move had really carved open the Lancashire defence, but Lancashire take the quick throw in and try to run back at them. Kenrick straightening it up. Swarbrick waits. Charged down by Atkinson. Recovery by Kenrick. Put into Lancashire. Thumped away by Mick Jackson of the Fylde club. One of 3 major team captains. Mick Jackson of Fylde, John Russell of Broughton Park, and Nick Allott in the second row. He's captain of Waterloo. That's the halfway line. Reed there, poised at front jumper. Anyone's ball. Knock on given. And they come in 15. Lancashire put in for a knock on. Last time these two sides met in the county final, 1969. Close match it was then. 11-9. It all hinged on the final conversion kick of Chris Jennings, I remember. Last-minute try that gave Lancashire victory, 11-9. It's Lancashire who lead here, 6 points to 3, 23 years later. Kevin Thomas. Super kick, but kept in play cleverly by Jackson. David Weeks. Matthew Brain. Brain of Clifton. About 6 minutes of the half to go. Converted try by Lancashire to Cornwall penalty. Lovely pick up by Grayson as Cornwall run it again. This is Ian Wynne. Sets it up midfield. Andy Yates drives on. Pile up. And Lancashire, the team going forward, get the put in.
Lancashire with quite a tough passage through to this final. In the pool games, they beat Cumbria narrowly, Yorkshire by 10 clear points, drew with Warwickshire before putting on the style a bit with 5 tries against Hampshire, with the heavy oral contingent there. Not so now, but they're not making a bad fist of it. This new side. Grayson here, one of the stars, but not in that moment as Andrew charges down his kick. But the referee has given the knock-on. And Brian Andrew, the man who's been so long an understudy to Graham Dorr. Unlucky there, he was very alert and quick. From the knock-on, then the scrummage put into Lancashire on the Cornwall 10-metre line. Libby is poised and links now to Swarbrick. Grayson, this move in the centre straight to Wellens. Pull back Jackson in the line. Kick through was by Wellens. Thomas covering. Safe enough. So this festive occasion keeping everyone on the edge of their seats. 6-3 to Lancashire. We've 3 minutes of this half to play. Atkinson on the charge. Set back by Nance Kibble. Bick in turn. Williams. Well, looked as though the pass went forward, but they've got away with it. Nance Kibble sets it back again. Good use of the short side, with a bit of luck thrown in. So I think it was here that Williams went just a shade forward. But still, you play the rules, you play the referee rather, and take the chances that come, good or bad. Put into Cornwall, just beyond the Lancashire 10-metre line. Jason Atkinson, the sole representative of St Ives. Nance Kibble, ex-Launceston, now Northampton. Taken well by Steve Bibby. And Cornwall pile over in their eagerness to get at it. And they're offside. Good work by the big number 8, 6'4". And vies with Charles Kizani for the number 8 position at the Oral Club. Good enough curl on it, he's done it again. Superb line kick by Grayson, product of Parklands High School and Western College. So Lancashire mount another challenge on the Cornwall 22. Kibble, Whitworth, kept in play by Andy Parker. Cook misses it. Whitworth doesn't. Super kick, such a narrow angle. So into the last minute of proper time in this first half in the ADT County Championship final. It's Lancashire hanging on, 6 points to 3 their lead. And have melded themselves into quite an efficient outfit. Swarbrick to Grayson. The midfield challenge of Wynne and Wellens. Great catch by Thomas.
urged on by Trelawney's army. Something of the order of 40,000 Cornish supporters here, not just from the Duchy, but from all parts of the British Isles. As we wait for attention just before the half-time whistle, Tony Cook, police officer from Redruth, and playing today his 63rd game for Cornwall. He was in the semi-final rounds in the beginning of the great new Cornish era back in '87. What a resurgence to the top level it's been for Cornwall. Runners up in '89. Winners last year, semi-finalists in between. Possession again for Nanskivell. Whitworth switches to the left. Meredith goes back, chased by David Weeks, pounded all the way into touch. And Cornwall look for the quick one. Vic screaming for it, but banging them home. All kinds of percussion instruments here, some I've never seen in my life before. Calstock band does something very special. Even had bagpipes. Cornwall on the march. 10 metres out. The drive held and well countered. Again, some good work by Mike Kenrick, the captain. And the accurate line kicking of Grayson. So some frustration perhaps creeping into Cornish ranks here. Unsettled by the early loss of Bill Peters, the fly half, but Whitworth has done well in his stead. It's only a penalty to show for their effort so far. We're well into injury time at the end of this first half. 3 minutes has gone. Lancashire defending well. Swarbrick once again. Represented Lancashire Colts and North of England Colts. Proud Vale of Loon Club for the last 6 years. That's a mighty Cornish shove. The pick up by Bibby to feed Swarbrick. And put in touch on the far side. Ed Morrison already just checking the injury time. We've had 4 minutes over the 40. Swarbrick. Grayson. Maybe the last kick of the first half. Yes, it is. And so it's Lancashire that will be happy enough, I think, to have somewhat stemmed the Cornish tide at the start, have kept them to the solitary penalty and come back with an excellent try, and they are looking